Alright, so I did remember I was talking about motion blur, and then I completely ignored that. So, popping back to this, this is the renders that I got from that rendering from multiple cameras with a single sequence render. You can see that these get really aggressively motion blurry, so I had that little jump between frames 5 and frame 6, and you can see that like these are so blurry you literally can't even see what's happening in them. So I just wanted to show you guys that, which is sort of why I recommend against it. I'm also going to go and double check really quick, where am I going? Animation Editor's Graph Editor, just so we can see kind of what the graph editor for that camera looks like. Because I also had somebody ask me, what happens if you go in and you do something like if you step the tangents of this. So this is not exactly what I want, but I'm just going to kind of go ahead and actually, so they asked about linearizing and stepping. So I'm just going to do stepping, which is basically sort of flattening the tangents. It'll stay on this key for eternity until it hits the next key, and then it'll just pop over to that next key. So I'm going to go ahead for my camera 1 and set the start frame. Wait, I've already set my overrides. I'm good to just go ahead and I'm going to render these 2 frames out because I'm lazy. And I'm also going to pop into my render layers and just turn off camera 2 because I'm not really interested in right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 2 render sequence, which apparently I'm already set up to do. The only other thing I think, so it did seem to, whatever layer I was on to start the render, it did seem to want me to set that to the current camera to like match whatever the render layer was. When I did that, it seemed to be happier for some reason. Not really sure what happened with that, but I'm going to go ahead and just render the sequence. So you can see there's like still a wee bit of motion blur on the 5th frame. Obviously I've just changed that entire animation so this no longer syncs up at all with the 4th frame. So it's overrode these frames, but you can see again that we have this 6th frame is like super crazy blurry, just because the motion that it's doing is skipping from here to the other side of the lamp. So that's again why I usually recommend not doing the using a single camera and then keyframing it like this, because you will get a bunch of super blurry frames. But yeah, I mean that was pretty much it. So hopefully that helped. Hopefully that made sense.